Hi Bulls fans, welcome back to Luke Graham blog. Been a little while, but it's a positive one this time, and it's with Daniel Lloyd, Weston, my interview today, talking about his great accolade with his call up to England C squad, and it's a fantastic achievement for him in the football club. So we're going to have to talk a little bit more about that. Westy, congratulations mate, firstly.
Thank you very much.
On your call up, thoroughly deserved. I think we'll all like to know what the experience was like and how your time was away in Jordan. Could you fill us in a little bit more on that?
Yeah, after the Wrexham game, me and the other goalkeeper, Andrew Coughlin, we were picked up at the ground and we were sent to Heathrow, and obviously we were all very nervous in the car because from mine and him it was our first call up. We got there and we got our heads down, we were training, we stayed at a wonderful hotel in Amman, and we were treated. It's funny how, you know, you're playing conference football and as soon as you put an England shirt on, everyone thinks you're the bee's knees and what have you. So we were treated like kings really. So as an experience it was unbelievable and something I'll cherish forever.
In terms of the quality of the squad, a lot's made about the England under-23 setup. Personally I think it's a good thing. I think obviously it does take you away from games during the season, but I think experience-wise it's obviously a great thing what you just said. In terms of quality, how did you find that in terms of the standard of player? Do you think it's top end of conference, or do you think it's just the best under 23s as it says on the tin of the non-league?
No, I'd definitely say it's top of conference because you've got certain players who are performing in the conference and there's a reason why they get called up. You've got players like Andre Gray, who's scoring in a hat-trick pretty much every single game he's playing. James Norwood, who's terrifying defences. You've got Demetrio at left back, who's performing excellently. Yeah. Fraser Frank, you know, the list can go on.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to see these players and think, yeah, these players are very good and very talented.
Obviously you've just got back into the Hereford side. Obviously Rhys Evans been injured. It's been a good battle between you two this season. Obviously he's a very, very experienced player. How have you found it? I mean, obviously now you're back in. How have you found that kind of contest and as we've gone along this season?
I've found it an education really. A good football in education, because with Rhys my experience doesn't even come close to what Rhys has got. When I made my debut against Burton in the Cup, that was my first ever first team game. I'd been at various clubs before but I'd never actually played first team. The fact that I did get games has really aided me, and the fact that Rhys did come back and come in the squad, you know, makes me realise you can't let off the gas, you've got to keep going 100% all the time. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Can we just see this, by the way? Can we just see this? This is part of the footage. Just have a look at Port's here. Look.
Port's just running away, just being an Andy Porter that he is.
So that's just interrupted the interview. Hopefully this won't cost me any credits in my uni degree. Cheers, Ports. Thank you. But as we were talking, you know, obviously that's the beauty of this football club, isn't it? We know with Ports and the Gaffer, you never get this at other clubs. And I've looked at the stats. Hyde and us, youngest squads in the league.
Other teams that I've been at, when I've been at Cheltenham, Port Vale, when I was playing in Greece, the squads, you generally find that they are really experienced squads, because that's what a lot of managers are after. It's almost like, regardless of what talent you have at a younger age, if you've got experience, basically you're in the team. And that's what I found at previous teams. Whereas with this team, the manager and Ports, they're more than happy to say, right, your talent alone is putting you in the team. It is, how are you in training at the minute? Right, you're the better player at the minute in training, you're playing. And that's how it should be. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. And Hereford, you know, very, very lucky to have a manager and management staff that they have got at Hereford.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That'll probably get you a new contract next year,
yeah,
mate.
Exactly.
There's you're so popular among the terraces. You're getting the England #1 shout, which I think personally is wrong, because you come on a substitute, so you're England #2 at the minute. So I'm going to keep pushing on that. But they are calling you England #1. That's got to be good. You played 12-15 games. Fans calling you England #1. It's great to have that support.
Yeah, exactly, and to have that kind of boost, because the first games that I played, I was exceptionally nervous, and I put my hands up. I remember making my home debut against Chester, and I was absolutely rubbish. I was, and I've got no one to blame but myself, because I was completely nervous and I was fighting in my head for the entire game. And then you get fans singing your name eventually after several games, and it just boosts you.
As a defender, you know, for me, that's important as a goalkeeper. If you're not, I mean, apart from the 5 games that have just gone where you've conceded a few goals, I think generally it's not been bad. But you then need a goalkeeper when the moment's right to pull off that vital stop. So that was it was a great save at Braintree that got us a point.
Yeah, very true. I think credit isn't given enough to the defence, though. You know, it's not just me. I'm just there just to pick things up if needed, but at the minute I'm not needed really, because we've been that solid at the back. Yes, okay, we conceded 7 against Luton. However, Luton are steamrolling everyone. You know, they've won 5-0, 5-0, 7-0, and they're just steamrolling everyone. So that's, you could almost say that's an anomaly really, and disregard that. But that aside, we've been solid, and you're just trying to break us down, and not a lot of people can.
Well, Westy, it's been great talking to you. I think you've been one of the bright spots this year. I'm really pleased for you, mate, and hopefully I think you've got a good future if you keep your head down and you do become England #1 thing in the C squad. Last thing, we can't talk too much, well documented about what's going on off the field, but you are moving out due to obvious reasons, so and you're going to be moving into our house.
Yeah.
So it's going to be me, Michael Rankin, Sam Smith. What are you going to bring to the table for us in the last 7 weeks of the season at house?
Exceptional cups of tea. I am very capable of making a naughty hot chocolate as well, and just basically someone who's lively, bubbly, and yeah, cups of tea really, folks. That's all I bring.
I think we'll leave out cups of tea and hot chocolates. Daniel Lloyd, Weston, congratulations, mate.
Thank you very much.
All the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you.